Hello and welcome to my channel. On this video I'm going to talk about the topic of relationships and how you can solve relationship problems. I am going to share my experience with you with relationship problems that I had in the past and how I managed to improve them. Let's get started with my tips. I'd like to make this video a little bit general, and this will be part one of me talking about this topic about solving a relationship problem. The first tip that I want to give is to do your own thing and to focus on yourself and on your self development. Um, Sometimes, when a relationship is in crisis or when it has some big problem which has lasted for a long time, more than maybe 6 months or something that is really unresolvable, sometimes the best thing to do is to focus on yourself so that you can start seeing things on a different perspective. And remember that maybe in order to have the thing that you want in your relationship or the partner that you want, sometimes you need to be the reciprocal of that. Because the fact that you have attracted this partner on the first place or this problem in your relationship, it means that maybe you were wounded in some way when you attracted this person or unhappy in some way, and that you attracted this person or maybe different people if you are not on the same relationship, but this happened to you several times. Maybe you were unhappy and you attracted this person to keep you in that state, so you could stay in that comfortable state that you used to be. But in order to solve this problem, maybe you need to develop something in yourself and become the reciprocal of the person that um, attracts the partner that you want. Sometimes the problem is in us, or maybe not exactly in us, but there is a reason that we attracted that specific partner. And as Einstein said, you can solve problems from the same consciousness that you created them. So, what I want to suggest is to detach for a moment from the exact problem or thinking about it or how you can solve it, to go to another consciousness, another level, to see the thing from another perspective. Because sometimes um, people, for example, who don't uh, attract a specific wounded or bad partner, simply don't engage with that. Imagine for a second that in your place were not you, but just someone else, someone who doesn't have your history or doesn't hasn't suffered the same things that you have suffered in your relationship. Maybe that person just wouldn't engage with that. For example, if a friend or someone tells me about their relationship problem, about a topic that simply doesn't pertain to me, I just stay calm and I just find it funny and everything so not affecting. But when talking about my relationship problem, I get too emotional and I engage with that. And sometimes the best thing to do when we have a problem is to not engage with that, to make it worse, trying to solve that problem. So if you weren't able to solve the problem with dialogue, sometimes the best thing to do is to detach from it and just do your own thing and focus on your own life. And also try to improve uh, in some way to become the reciprocal of the person who would have a partner that you want. So I mean to say, to rise to the right level. And maybe from above, from that level, you wouldn't engage or the problem would solve itself. Uh, for example, to uh, attract someone who is the reciprocal of person that you want to be. For example, if you want someone who is trustworthy, you need to be able to trust. Someone who is masculine, you need to be more feminine. Someone who is funny, you need to be able to laugh at their jokes. Or maybe if the problem is that your partner doesn't make you a priority, let's say, because we hear this a lot, and a lot of people say this, or a lot of women say this, but uh, you need to, in order for your partner to make you his number one priority, maybe you need to be available to receive love. So try to think what would be the reciprocal of that quality that you want in your partner. Maybe sometimes the reciprocal is to not engage with their toxicity. For example, if they are toxic, um, you shouldn't engage with their toxicity, and this way slowly the problem will start to resolve itself. My number two tip is to follow a self-help program. I have been really passionate always all my life with the topic of self-help and self-transformation, improving myself, but I was only focused on the improving myself in my career, or just overall confident everything as a person, but I never did before a self-help program about relationships. So I thought that relationships would come naturally, just because we are people, we are able to communicate and solve problems with each other. But relationships are a very important topic and are not a thing to be neglected. So maybe you need to do a self-help program to improve yourself in your relationships, or maybe in your communications, and just to see things from another perspective would be really helpful. And always commit to your self-development and your level up, and see your progress. So by seeing your progress, it will motivate you to do more progress in the future. In fact, in the moment that I am now in my life, I am always, since more than a year, I am always doing a program or of self-development. Not always is relationships because I do other topics too, but I really see the benefits of self-development to improve my life. So this is my number two tip, to do a program of self-development, maybe in regards to the relationship, or if you are really in the toxic bad situation, bad state with your relationship, maybe it's better to do just something to develop yourself, some self-development program in a topic that you are interested to improve. And maybe you will raise above the problem, and once you've leveled up, maybe you will not want him, and maybe you will not want to be anymore with him. If you are later at another state and another level in your life, and so the problem would solve itself, or maybe by improving and not engaging with the toxicity in your relationship, it will um, improve things in the form of him improving himself too. So this can happen. And my number three tip for this video uh, is to learn about rotational dating. Even if you are in a relationship, just um, doing a course about rotational dating, a self-help program, maybe there are some available online that I have seen other self-development feminine coaches who offer that. And even if you are in a relationship, just to see how dating works, and maybe what you did wrong in your relationship, in the sense that maybe it's something to improve, I mean. So to understand that you're not stuck in a relationship. If the relationship doesn't progress and you progress and level up, it will die. So if it progress, it will progress or it will die, like everything in nature. So don't stay stuck. Just improve yourself, and if your partner doesn't improve and it's again in that state, just it will naturally die as a relationship. And if he leaves you, or if you just break up with each other, it's good because now you've leveled up and you can find a better partner. He's not your everything. So just learning about the concept of rotational dating, I think it's important. So maybe you haven't heard this term. Just rotational dating means dating multiple people at the same time until you were married. So just means finding the best partner you can have by dating multiple people in the same time, because maybe it was a mistake to just date one people at a time, and just the more time we spend with someone, the more we will fall in love, especially as women. So maybe the way that we uh, just do dating now in this period of time, it's not the best way. Just we meet someone, and at first we we like them and start spending more and more time with the first person. Maybe it's not the first person that we meet, but we commit to that person in a relationship without being married and are just a boyfriend and girlfriend. And then we face problems and think that we are stuck in that relationship, and that is really damaging. So just consider learning more about rotational dating. So these are the 3 tips for this video. I will do a part 2 of this with more tips in the future. So that's all for this video. Bye.